Hello everyone and welcome back to Combat Mission Shock Force 2, where today we're going to be playing as the British and we're trying to take a town, or well, not actually even a town, more like a compound here on the opposite side of a canal, an irrigation canal. Two obvious choke points here, the bridges. These are the only ways to cross the river. We don't have amphibious vehicles, I don't think. Yeah, so those are the choke points. Our force consists of actually quite a lot of troops. A squadron apparently with, let's see, they're a bit mixed together. We have one small platoon of infantry, actually less than I expected. These are pretty small squads. Or actually they're teams, so when you combine them they're probably larger. We have some vehicles, some javelin ATGMs, and that's about it. So it's actually a very vehicle heavy force, and we don't have a lot of infantry, which is going to be our main problem here, I think. Yeah. So we're going to have to keep our infantry safe while we find a way to get into the objective. The easiest way in would be here. That is the most direct way into the objective, but I think it'd be suicide to try and cross this bridge. So what I prefer to do is shoot this house to pieces, because I'm gonna assume there's enemy in there, and try to cross this bridge, force a crossing over here, while also being careful of what's in here. And then once we've crossed, we can move around and attack the enemy from the side and rear instead of having to cross this bridge. Let's see what kind of vehicles we have here. We've got two scimitars which have 30mm cannons with very limited ammunition supply, actually. Javelin vehicle of 7.62 machine guns. All of these are 7.62 machine guns. More over here. Another scimitar. Yeah, another two scimitars. So those scimitars I'm going to be using to level that compound, I think. We also have a Apache on station, and I think I'm going to keep him back for now. First identify where the enemy is and go from there. This is a tech air control party, so it's probably best to use them to call in the Apache. Probably be the quickest and the most accurate. First, let's set up. Oh yeah, there's also intel, by the way, that there's no enemy south of the canal, so we can move safely here, apart from the fact that there might be BMPs or ATGMs dug in to that village. So I want to be careful about exposing up top here on the ridge. The enemy, by the way, is a Syrian mechanized unit with BMP-1s and generally pretty poor equipment. Okay. I think I'd like to set up here where my troops can see this area, but they can't be seen from the east yard. So I'll start off with that, get the the tech air control party up there. They can start spotting. I can't quite see from the wall over here, but I can move them up the hill a little. And then I'll have two of the scimitars move up to the wall to begin with. I'm not sure if they can crush that wall or if they have to go around, but we'll see in a minute. We have a very small infantry force, which I want to keep safe for the time being. The javelin could be useful though here in the beginning. See if I can give him some extra ammo. I can. Not sure if these other vehicles carry javelin ammo. I don't think they do, fortunately. So I think those 3 javelin missiles is all we're gonna get. They're gonna be really useful at taking out BMPs from a distance. Although the scimitars could equally do that, I think. Okay, let's move the vehicle first. No need to get tired. And let's also move up the command vehicles, and we'll use all of those command squads as spotters. Let's immediately check if you can move through this wall. I don't think you can. No. I'm gonna try to go around, which I don't like because it'll expose them to this position over here. I'm gonna cancel that command. See if there's any way they could get eyes from behind this wall. They can't really. They can get through here, by the way. That might be a good idea. Let's have these 2 scimitars do that. They should still be safe from the east yard, but they will be able to eventually get shots onto that compound over there. And these 5 APCs, these Spartans, these are going to be carrying the infantry force. Now we have a second in command team actually, which I can also use for spotting. Okay, so that way we can have these guys on overwatch here and then push up the road with the other 2 scimitars. We're engaging a regular force here, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume there's no IEDs dug into the road. It's a bit of a risk, but see if it pays off. They can't really get a good shot at that objective until they get maybe down here. Like that. In the meantime, we'll move our spotters and commanders. They have a javelin too. Okay, that's actually very useful. These guys don't though. That's another 3 javelin missiles to play with here. I'll have a bit of an infantry screen here, which will perhaps more easily spot the enemy. I'm worried about the hill though. I'm not gonna open fire just yet. I want some more forces in position before I do that. Okay, already some fire is starting. Yeah, back there. It's up at the hill, which I was afraid of. It's infantry, but it's entrenched infantry. I think that might actually be a good target for the Apaches. The infantry is pretty exposed right now. I'm gonna park them up behind the fighting vehicles. Keep them at least relatively safe. I'm not gonna move these guys up any further until I've cleared or suppressed that position. You're welcome to open fire. See what the effect is. Right, we have a BMP here, which is also spotted now. Let's have to prioritize that. aiming. Yeah. Only... Oh, hang on. These guys have a javelin. They can see it too. Fortunately, that missed. Another BMP there. Let's have this guy target that. Penetrated. Not dead yet. Now it's knocked out. Great. And these BMP ones will not stand up even to these light armored vehicles. They just don't have the optics and the modern technology that the British vehicles have. Their guns are still dangerous and they're ATGMs, but they generally have difficulty acquiring targets and hitting them. So that's 2 dead BMPs. Okay, now that is a problem. Okay, so this guy's been spotted by an ATGM. Let's see exactly what that guy can see. It's an unfortunate loss of one of our 5 support vehicles there. Matter of fact, I think this ATGM can see almost everything. So I'm going to be very aggressive here. And okay, these guys aren't actually able to see that. I can see just behind it, but I can't see it. Make sure I suppress that, preferably take it out. Because I've already lost 1/4 of my vehicle firepower here in terms of 30mm cannon. Firing from that hill has died down. Probably a bit shaken by the loss of their BMPs. And I want to be careful about moving up any further because there's really no cover on this hill. These guys and these guys can start spotting. These guys have a javelin in case they spot more BMPs up there. Trick now is to get to and across that bridge without too many losses. This guy doesn't have the... Okay, he's dead, but there's probably more crew on that ATGM, so I kind of want to have him keep firing, at least for a little bit. I don't know why they take so few high explosive rounds along with them. Got a lot of armor piercing. That's a secondary explosion in that BMP we took out earlier. Only 1 survivor from the scimitar that got taken out. Okay, I'm gonna stop firing at that. I'm gonna have these guys target the buildings to either displace any infantry that's in there, take them out, or suppress them while my infantry advances. Now the problem with advancing up towards this bridge is that we get more and more exposed to whatever's over there, and we can't really see that from these fire support positions. At least I don't think we can, because there's trees in the way. Yeah, there's trees, and this hill is also kind of in the way. So that is a danger. Shift fire to one building to the left. Make sure that gets some of the good news as well. Oh, it can actually. It's just these 2 buildings. Okay. That should be enough for now. I'm gonna start assembling the infantry. This is a risky one, but I feel I don't really have a choice here. It's this or approach that bridge, which I really don't want to do. So we're gonna expose ourselves to possible ATGM or RPG fire by rushing up to here. Fortunately, there's only 4 infantrymen in each of these vehicles, so if we lose one of the vehicles, we haven't lost an entire squad. Still, I don't want to lose them, obviously. These vehicles only have drivers, so I'm not sure if they'd even be able to use that 7.62 machine gun. I don't think they would, which is unfortunate. Keep them back. These guys do have a dedicated gunner, I think, if I were to open them up. I think, yeah, that's the gunner. Part of the crew, not part of the infantry squad here. I'll actually keep them inside for now. Alright, I'm gonna reopen fire with the scimitars here. Use their precious high explosives to put fire on those buildings. And then I'm gonna rush up. Let's start with just 2 of these vehicles. Rush them up here. And unload the infantry and get a base of fire onto those buildings. See how far they get. Cease fire on these guys. Get them the hell out of the vehicles. Once I'm sure there's nothing in here, I can start crossing the actual bridge. Let's open these guys up now. Because if we get engaged here, we're pretty much on our own. If we get engaged from those trenches over there. Okay, that's, I think, because this guy's already wounded and on his own, I think that's part of the team that we damaged over here. Which probably means he hasn't set up his weapon. Which is good for us. Okay, now that's a problem. It's something I probably should have thought about. Because we don't have any AT or long-range AT capability here. So what I'm going to do is, unless we can see that from somewhere else, which I don't think we can, I'm going to rush up a scimitar to try and engage that BMP up there. Because that's a real threat to our vehicles and our infantry here. This guy's already backing up. Throwing up a lot of smoke.
Check your spacings.
Up a little bit here. Face that guy over there. Let's see if we can spot that BMP. Shots fired. Sure by whom? This guy. What are you seeing? I think they were just shooting at a dead BMP there. No, they weren't. That's the building, I think. Yeah, that's the building. Okay. These guys weren't as suppressed or dead as I thought they would be. And because of the smoke, these scimitars can't actually provide fire support. Just some very bad timing. Let's light them the hell up with everything we've got. Even the scimitar. It's actually an anti-tank team. And it could be very bad for us here. It's acquired the BMP, which means he isn't firing at these guys. These guys can now see them. So we're gonna make them stop moving. Absolutely light these guys up. We got really lucky here that they didn't fire that RPG while we were moving up the infantry. But that's probably due to the fact that at the time we were moving up, we were suppressing with these IFVs, which goes to show that even if you don't know if there's an enemy in these kinds of positions, it's always a good idea to fire at them while you're moving up your infantry. Okay, fortunately no infantry casualties here on this one. Assuming these guys are dead. No, they're not. Or did I just not cancel a fire order? Not sure. Still hearing some shots. But they might be from up there. I haven't been receiving any more ATGM fire from up here. So I'm fairly certain that we're gonna be safe. At least AT-wise from this hill. Although maybe there might be some RPG teams that start opening up at closer range. So for now I'm gonna move up the rest of the infantry. I have spotted the AT team again, which is now over here. And now actually has set up their weapon, I think. So that's a problem. So that's the biggest threat to my force right now. This guy can see him. I'll have him open up. So I think he's the only one that can see him. Yeah. Maybe this guy could fire it as well. He could actually, so I'm gonna have him do that. Because if these guys get the first shot off, I'm in trouble. Suppressed, but not dead, I'm afraid. Which is unfortunate. Nearly out of HE. Still hearing some shots going in and out here and there. Let's just have him use all of his HE on this. Last round. Even if we didn't take him out, we at least prevented any ATGMs coming our way in the coming minute or so. Okay, so this guy move up and support and try and force a crossing with this squad here. I didn't order anyone to open fire. Oh, I did. Oops. Oops. I want these guys to get shot in the back. Okay, we're actually taking fire from over there now. Which means this isn't a safe crossing. I'll move them up to the bridge at least. See what they can see there. Let's take the rest of the infantry here. And move them up. I think I'm gonna cross them in their vehicles. MG over there. It's actually very dangerous. Took a casualty, in fact. There's the AT team. Spotted again. Hopefully we'll be able to kill it this time. I really want to get rid of that guy. Took out the other BMP up there, by the way. What I think I'm going to do is call in the Apache on this position right here. Another ATT. That's... oh, okay, he's definitely aiming at us here. This guy can see him. Or so you think. It says he spotted him. You can't hit him. He still has ammo. I'm not really sure how that works. Is there anyone that can see this? Yes, you can. Open right on up. And you get out before you get hit by that ATGM. Already see where this is going. this guy up as well. That guy's running away. It's good. Part of that team over there. These guys are basically useless without a gunner. So we'll leave them back. I'll actually start moving up the javelin teams further to where they can actually see. There's also a javelin team, move him up as well. Might be able to, if there are no BMPs left, I might be able to use them on buildings. And this guy is gonna get in. He's not gonna get in actually, he can't. But he'll move down here to where I can get him to have the Apaches hit that area over there. Or the one Apache actually. Move up this team to here. Help out the casualty. And the scimitar for support. As long as they're pinned down, we're good. This guy's gonna carry out the casualty. I think he's dead, unfortunately. Yeah, more infantry back there. Really want to take care of that with the old Apache. Oh boy, got a casualty here. Probably the gunner sticking his head out. It's unfortunate. Let's stick to the scimitar then. These guys cross and then immediately run into that building right there. Could be an issue. If they're pinned. Don't have a lot of ammo on them actually. I might have used, yeah, they used a lot of it, because these guys still have a lot on them. Alright, that's fine. Those ATGMs are probably taken care of. I'm gonna move them back into the vehicle and cross the bridge as soon as we know it's safe here. Clear this building by building. Get back in. I want to move up this hill, clear it, and take care of what's up there, and then move on to the village. This guy is over here now. Let's see if you can see. Can. I'll just use light targeting, so I'll use the Hellfires later if need be. That should be there shortly. If this compound cleared, I'm gonna move up and assault the hill here. This guy can stay as fire support. He's just got a single headquarters guy in there, which that's not gonna do a lot of good. Okay. Safely reach that. It's gonna be tedious business clearing these trench lines. cover the crossing point here. Scimitar on the other side. This guy also has a machine gun, so might as well use him. And then a final infantry team over the bridge and up the hill. Here are the Apaches swooping in. There's still some movement up here in those trench lines. With that ATGM threat probably taken out, I'm actually gonna move these guys up so they can really see that hill and provide support if there's any troops left in those trenches.
At TIP.
Alright.
Target identified.
As this squad is at the base of the hill, we're gonna start moving up and clearing, mopping it up. I'll actually move him here. There's a danger of flanking fire coming in from the village here. So we'll have to be mindful of that, but these guys aren't receiving any fire, so it should probably be good. 30 minutes left, should be plenty of time. And quickly out of there. Very small infantry teams here, already lost one guy in this squad, which you could have done without. We'll clear it trench by trench. One of these vehicles is out of a gunner, I think. Yeah, this guy. So he's not going to be any use. Just move him back. What is around the corner of the trench? Hopefully a lot of dead Syrians and no live ones. Shot going out, might have been the sniper here. Still the MG up there. Hopefully the Apache is gonna take that out momentarily. Let's actually also move this scimitar up along with the troops. He's out of 30 mil, but or he's out of 30 mil HE, but his machine gun should still work. Trench seems clear. Let's move them up to the end of the trench. Let's move these guys up to the base of this trench. MG's opening up. It's got a flanking shot onto this team, I think. These guys are returning fire. Christ. I've got a pretty well set up machine gun there. Just annihilated that squad. But if it's just a machine gun, we can take care of it. Might have been better to think about the fact that he's actually in an open turret. I need my scimitar to do this. Why hello there. If you heard about our Lord and Savior 7.62 chain gun, you have now. Better run. And he's gone. Okay, that was a very, very costly victory there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, none of them's actually a casualty, but that's bad. That BMP has spotted them, so get them the hell out of there. I don't think we can get a shot at that from across the canal. Yeah, this guy should get in here, treat his wounded. These guys can get in. Reinforce. Get very lucky. They only got lightly wounded. I think already lost basically an entire squad of infantry here. I don't really have a lot left to take that village, or that compound. And that's what's left of that AT team. Should be able to take care of that, no problem. And I'm not hearing any Apaches yet, which is worrisome. Yeah, apparently that fire mission is over. I didn't hear any fire come down. Well, since we know there's a BMP in here, let's have the Hellfires target that.
Air request. Ready for check-in.
I'm not gonna move up. Oh, actually, I could move the scimitar over here. Maybe that could spot the BMP in the village there. It doesn't get stuck in the trench. Move him up one block further so he can take care of his other buddy here. Got mown down by that PKM. Let's carefully move up here, clear this hill. Use it as a base to attack the next line of defense.
I am an AA, found, estimate 1 minute to your overhead.
No, they're in the trench, they're casualties there. See if these guys can see where that's coming from. Took that guy out, but there's something more dangerous down here. Can see that BMP. I'll move the scimitar up with them. There's a good chance the enemy has RPGs here, but I just can't afford to lose the infantry. Got more scimitars, I don't have more infantry. Please don't stand up. Oh, Jesus. That's how you get shot in the back. Don't run that far either. There we go. Next. Tired of your shit. Apache's coming in. See if there's any Hellfires coming down in here. Get that guy eventually. Probably the gunner from the BMP here. Alright, he is not treating his casualty. Please do. This guy's got away scot-free somehow. Don't really dare move these guys up again. Ah, he's still out there. You're gonna hit him at some point, right?
You are under positive control. Clear hot.
Okay, Apache's cleared hot. Okay, do I have to drive up to this guy and shotgun him? Afraid we're gonna have to. At least he only has a pistol. No, come on, get him. That's the BMP, definitely. That's the BMP done for. Okay, you still have ammo, so I don't see why you wouldn't be shooting right now. You know what? Fine. Shotgun time, boys. Watch him get RPG'd in a minute. Okay, I think it's glitching out a little here because he is not treating that wounded. Or that dude. There was another
At TIC.
hellfire. Okay, he got him. I think. I don't see him anymore. I'm gonna assume that means he got him.
Target identified.
You are under positive control. Clear hot.
From the top here, he should be able to have a okay line of sight on those trenches. And with that BMP almost definitely taken out, I'll move up these guys as well. Oh Jesus! Wow, that's not even the area that I targeted. I targeted the village, and they actually shot one of our own guys with a friggin' hydro rocket. Great job.
At TIP.
Excellent going, guys.
Target identified. You're under positive control. Clear hot.
Cleared hot, but not with our own troops, please.
Target identified.
Just won't
You
take
are
care
under
of this
positive
dude here.
control. Clear hot.
It's gonna cost us points.
At TIP.
Open on up, boys. Don't be scared now. Of these crippled guys. Clear the rest of the trenches.
You're in positive control. Clear
That is
hot.
unless the Apache decides to kill some more British troops.
At TIP.
Got a nice view on the village, and they're not shooting at us somehow.
Target identified. You're in positive control. Clear hot. At TIP.
Let's drive this guy up here again. Tired of losing infantry.
Target identified. You're in positive control. Clear hot. At TIP.
Target identified.
Let's see anything yet.
Control. Clear hot.
I'm not actually using these scimitars right now. Might as well move them up with the troops here.
At TIP.
The javelins as well. Provide some useful fire support.
Identified. You're in positive control. Clear hot.
Alright, spotted some enemies here. Let's take them out before they cause casualties among our infantry.
At TIP.
Now, these troops were not spotted by that first time I sent the Apache out.
Target identified.
They're having a bad day now, though.
Control. Clear hot.
Absolutely slaughtered, cornered here. There's no way for them to go. Only 30 mil rounds. Yep. Something over here. That's great.
At TIP.
Actually considering moving in from the side here instead of from the rear. Because so far we haven't received any fire. Another BMP, I think. Getting some secondary explosions. But if you move in
You
from
are under
here,
positive control.
we're
Clear
probably
hot.
not going to get shot at since we've been able to sit here safely so far.
At TIP.
I can also use these two scimitars to provide fire support. They actually have some HE rounds left.
Target identified.
I'm going to need every edge I can get
You
with
are under positive control. Clear hot.
the amount of infantry that I've lost so far.
At TIP.
here. This guy can individually slaughter whatever's left of the Syrians in these trench lines.
At TIP.
Let's probe the village. If there's anyone hiding out.
Target identified. Control, clear hot.
Running out. Oh no, they have extra ammo here, I think. We just need to reload when this runs out. I hope. Yeah, it's reloading. So far, so good. Let's move these guys along here to the village. Are we still firing? Let's take it easy, boys. Really nothing left here. Make absolutely sure. Well, seems to be good. 16 minutes left to take this village, or this compound. Let's see how it goes. These are AKs. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't really have a shot at that, so let's quickly move these guys into the building here so they can help out. They were waiting for us. Fortunately, we have a lot of firepower set up already. Gonna help reduce casualties. They surrender? Yeah, they did. Not all of them though. They probably all surrendered by now. Okay, good. There's also some fire coming from deeper inside the village. No RPGs though, which makes me happy. This guy's immobilized, so it might actually have been an RPG, or he's just gotten bogged down here. But you really don't want to be running that way, boys. There's a little present waiting for you there. Well, hello there. Brethren. Yeah, I would surrender if I were you. This guy hasn't surrendered yet, so he gets shot. Yeah, that's that. They really don't want to fight anymore. Okay, to the next part of the building. Same here. Gonna cease fire. Take those prisoners. These guys are lucky not to have taken any more casualties. Something spotted in there. Shoot prisoners. Lift this guy up first, because he's got 9 rounds of 30mm left instead of 8. Okay, there we are. Tactical victory. Probably not total because of the casualties I took. Yeah, they got a lot of points for causing casualties on me. Was 1 AFE, that scimitar at the start, 5 men killed and 4 wounded. That's a lot in a small force like this. Enemy has only 9 men left, 23 killed, 14 wounded, 14 missing, so those are the ones that surrendered, and 5 BMPs lost. see where those BMPs were. One over here, which you spotted earlier, and one over here, which the Apache spotted. And just one full squad of infantry left for them, which, yeah, that's all they've got. So I think this is, the enemy basically had a reinforced platoon, or maybe 2 platoons of mechanized infantry. That's about it. It really didn't cost us much to take this compound here. Most of the fighting was done here on the hill and on the approaches to the bridge. Didn't really get to use the javelins after all, which is unfortunate. So yeah, well, took a lot of casualties, more than I would have liked to, but we did get the objective in the end. So not a bad result. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.